We are less than 5 months away from the premiere of Matrix 4. To this date, we still don't know what the film is about, even though there have been rumors circulating the net in recent months. There is no trailer or synopsis, but one of the biggest unknowns about this movie is how Neo returns if he died at the end of Matrix Revolutions. So today we're going to be talking about 5 possible explanations as to how Neo returns in Matrix 4. Welcome to Matrix Explained.
Welcome to the desert of the real.
Number 5. A clone or copy of Neo. Part of the Matrix lore is that humans use residual self-images inside the Matrix. An avatar, if you will. Smith was able to copy his consciousness into the body of a red pill, so Neo may have copied part of his consciousness to his avatar, and it's saved somewhere within the simulation. Don't forget that Neo is not completely human. He is part human with a consciousness, and part machine who carries the anomaly's code. Neo eventually made a deal with Deus Ex Machina to defeat the Smith virus, whereby Neo's consciousness may have been copied and saved in the source to be used if a threat like the Smith virus ever appears again. Neo in the new movie is nothing more than a copy, an antivirus that was saved by the source to be used in an emergency. This would be a big surprise. Neo discovering that he is again trapped in the simulation, but now he is a program that serves the Matrix. Number 4. The successor of the One. When Neo met the architect, he explained that he was the 6th integral anomaly.
You are the eventuality of an anomaly which, despite my sincerest efforts, I have been unable to eliminate from what is otherwise a harmony of mathematical precision. The Matrix is older than you know. I prefer counting from the emergence of one integral anomaly to the emergence of the next, in which case this is the 6th version.
The Matrix nears its conclusion with the manifestation of this anomaly. However, Neo stopped the cycle. The architect suspected that the truce will not last, so the cycle can begin again. If the Matrix cycle does return, the systematic failure will also return. The integral anomaly will manifest again. In previous videos, we talked about the possibility that the humans connected to the simulation are clones. The machines need to create clones in each version of the Matrix to maintain coherence between the cycles. So logically, the next anomaly would also be similar to Neo, at least physically. Perhaps the new Neo is not the Thomas Anderson from the 6th simulation, but the Neo from the 7th simulation. This would completely change the dynamic since we already know how the cycle works. We do have some idea as to where the new integral anomaly is heading. In the leaked videos from the Matrix 4 set, we see Keanu playing a Neo who seems sad, disillusioned, walking down the streets. This does not match the Neo that we saw in Matrix Revolutions, so there is a high probability that we will meet the new integral anomaly. Number 3. Neo is a red pill training program. In the Matrix comic book, I Can't, Morpheus was combat training Kid in the construct using holograms of Trinity and Neo. These combat simulations are used daily. The red pills also use the construct to run a Monte Carlo simulation to predict probabilities, as they did during the invasion of the Sentinels in Matrix Revolutions. They ran simulations to see what were their odds of survival. The construct is an important tool, and it shares similar rules with the Matrix.
This is the construct. It's our loading program. We can load anything from clothing to equipment, weapons, training simulations, anything we need.
This could mean that the programming language of both the construct and the Matrix is the same. So who's to say that the red pills couldn't use a Neo hologram to attack the Matrix and trick the machines into believing that he has returned? The red pills do have a program that mimics Neo and even Smith. All they would need to do is transfer this program into the Matrix simulation. Maybe it doesn't have to be Zion who does this, but a rebel group of red pills that want to break the truce. Number 2. Sati creates Neo. As we know, Sati is one of, if not the most important program ever created. She was the reason why the Oracle sacrificed her shell, and she is a key part in a bigger plan. Sati is destined to change the future of both worlds. As the Oracle once said, she is very kind and friendly towards Neo, and Sati did something very special for him in Matrix Revolutions.
Just look at that. Beautiful. Did you do that?
For now.
That's nice.
But there is an important point that we must not forget about Sati. She is a program without a purpose. However, the Oracle taught her to create things with love. In the Oracle's kitchen, the fortune teller taught Sati how to bake cookies. We know that the cookies aren't real. They are pieces of code. So what the Oracle was teaching Sati was to create new programs masked as food. Food can be used to change anyone's code. As the Merovingian clearly demonstrated, Sati's creative abilities evolved incredibly fast. So there is a possibility that Sati could be the successor to the architect. Ergo, this little girl could have the ability to create an entire simulation and thus create a new Neo for her world. After all, she did want to see him again. And number 1, the machines saved Neo. This is the most likely of all the theories. After the final battle, the machines took Neo's body, placed him into a pod, healed his wounds, and connected him into a new simulation. What the machines did with Neo's body is still a mystery, so this works as a logical explanation. Death does not come to the body when the heart stops beating. Death is a decomposition process that can last for hours. So although Neo's heart stopped beating, there is a possibility that his consciousness and his body were saved by the machines. Think about it. If the machines can artificially create human life, who's to say they don't have the technology to bring someone back from the dead? But do you agree? How does Neo return in Matrix 4? For Matrix Explained, please leave a like and subscribe. And thank you for visiting the Desert of the Real.